All right, about to lower the front end of my car with the torsion bars. It's already lowered a little bit. It's been lowered for a couple years now. It's already pretty low already. I don't want it banging on the bump stops, but I might have a little bit more to work with. So I'm gonna take it to some parking lot. I can't really work on my car in my new complex. So I'm gonna take it to a parking lot and jack it up, lower it a little bit in the front. And when I lower it in the front, I'll have to match the back too. You know, I just noticed like this fender's rolled. I remember rolling this. I had a hammer, a metal mallet. But then I checked the other side, the driver's side, and that's not rolled. And the clearance isn't that good. I don't know. All right, it's cool. Like I could still use a 1-inch lowering block once I lower the front end 1 inch, I believe, with no issues, but it's not rolled and it'll be a lot closer. So yeah, let's take it out to a parking lot, see if we can lower the front end a little bit. Lower the front by a few turns. The tire does fit a little more snug in the wheel well. All right, just brought it back from the shop. I had him put a 1-inch lowering block in the rear. Before it had more of a dramatic rake to it, a little stink bug stance. It still has a little rake, but not as dramatic with the rear end lowered an inch. I think I want to get the rear a little lower to match the front end stance, just a little bit. So I'm gonna take it back tomorrow to replace that 1-inch lowering block with a 2-inch lowering block. All right, just came back from the shop. I got it lowered another inch. Wow. But I'm gonna be real with you, it rides like garbage, man. I was on the freeway rubbing. Oh, this is touching. It's already touching. Yeah, I was rubbing like crazy on this side. I could hear it. I could feel it. And that's where it's rolled too. Here where it's not rolled. Crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna need to really get this rolled like correctly, or just like straight up cut the fenders, man. But I love how it sits. I'm not gonna raise it up. I'm gonna have to accommodate. I'm gonna have to do something to accommodate this ride height because I'm not lifting it up. No way. Shoot, look at that, man. I got enough clearance in the front, like it's not rubbing in the front at all, so that's cool. But it's tucking in the back like crazy. It's tucking hard. It's bad, man. I drove it all the way here.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. So it was popping out like that before.
It was like that before. Now it's flat.
Man, this is perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side.
I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna put the tire on, then I might do the other side.
Thanks, man. That'd be perfect. All right. Man, really cool guys at this shop. They rolled all the fenders. It's completely rolled all around, and it's pulled a little bit. Then they hammered this part straight. I don't know if it's just me because I know it was pulled out, but it looks a little thicker. She definitely got thicker. Yep, she got a little waist on her now. All right. All right, so I got my rearview mirror out of my car because I guess a lot of people have this issue. People have an issue with it swiveling around too much while you're driving. So what I'm gonna do is put a piece of paper between this mounting plate and the ball socket, whatever you call it. All right, so I used thin cardboard from a cereal box. Kind of failed at poking the holes out, but we'll get it in. That's gonna be put in like that. So that should help keep it tight so it doesn't swivel around so much. It swivels around every time I step on the gas. You know, the torque that I got, all that torque from that 318, just makes it go. So let's see if this makes it stay put. All right, just screwed it in. It's definitely tight. Like, it definitely wouldn't be able to do that before. It was just dangling all over the place. So that's a nice little fix. It's 1 in the morning, man. I just got off the freeway. I just got off on my exit, and I'm seeing my gas pedal. I just stepped on the gas, bro, and it's not connected to anything, man. Wait. I don't feel anything that should be connected to. I'm just happy this didn't happen on the freeway, though. I'm still in kind of a bad spot, but dang, bro, I'm not really gonna have to tow it when I'm like this close to the pad, bro. I'm like 1 minute walking distance, 2 minutes walking distance from the pad, man. Some people helped me push it over that little hill. Got some momentum. Should be able to get it to the pad like this. All right, another hurdle. Another little incline, gotta get into that spot. Can we do it? No, I need help. I'm gonna wait somebody walking by. It's like after 1 a.m. though. Oh yeah, a neighbor just pulled up. All right, so I see the problem. Look at that. It's completely frayed. So I barely pulled on this throttle cable, man. It was in here. Whatever. It was in here as it was supposed to be. I just barely tugged it, and it came out looking like this. Yeah, this ain't working. So I think this is the wrong accelerator cable when you compare it to the old one with the new. Yeah, this just ain't it. Like, whereas this one has this part where it's very you know, moves a lot, however you want to say it, is over there. when this move a lot part should be over here. Hey man, don't stop judging me, man. I ain't sleeping. Like, man, I got no sleep, man. I'm running off. I can't see. Look, man. All right, so I wasn't able to get either throttle cable on. The first one looked like it was completely incorrect. Didn't look anything like the stock one. The second one looked more like it, but it was too long and too stiff. So yeah, I wasn't able to really make that work either. I was able to get it through the pedal, but stepping on the pedal was just as if there was nothing there. I don't know, maybe I might need a custom throttle linkage. I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm taking the L. So I called the shop. I'm gonna have them take a look at it. The shop owner or shop worker was nice enough to agree to actually come here to check it out first to see if it's something they could do before I tow it to their shop. So I'm actually waiting on him to come through and check it out. But it's crazy, that night that the throttle cable broke, I was driving in San Francisco all day. I was with a friend, and we were driving up crazy inclines. If you know San Francisco, they got crazy hills. So my car was driving up monster hills all day with no problem. But the throttle cable decided to give out when on my way home, like right when I got off the freeway. Thankfully that didn't happen climbing up those monster hills, because I don't know, just roll back. Thankfully, but the brakes work. You know, I'd rather have the accelerator stop working before I have the brakes not working. But still, that's a real sketchy situation to be in. Thankfully though, like I said, it didn't happen until I got close to home and was able to push it the rest of the way back. So yeah, let's just wait on dude to come over and check it out. All right, so I'm an idiot. That is the correct throttle cable and all. Of course it is. But I'm dumb and I couldn't get it on myself. It's really hard and stiff, as I said, which didn't seem right because the old throttle cable was very soft and you know, real bendable, real loose. So but this, I mean, that's probably because it was at the end of its life. That's why it was probably like that. And I mean, I don't really have any experience with throttle cables. So this being the way it is, I didn't realize you really just gotta manhandle it, man. Like, you really just gotta like force it into this position and bolt it down into that position. I didn't really want to force anything. I didn't really want to break anything, but these things are pretty tough, I guess. So dude was able to help me put it on. I actually just drove to a shop. I'm at a shop now. It is on, but he's gonna make like a little something to attach to, see that the gold part, to attach to it, because it moves around a little bit. So that's gonna help it to stay down. But yeah, I'm dumb. It's the correct throttle cable. Everything's good. I just don't know what I'm doing. Also, a few months ago when I was adjusting the throttle cable because the pedal was real weak, man, I knew I should have changed the throttle cable back then and there, but I didn't. Should have went with my gut. If that happens to you, just do it. It's like, it's a cheap part. It's probably needs replacing, most likely, if that's what you're experiencing, and it's better to just replace it than have it break while you're driving. Hopefully not anywhere crazy, but yeah.
So this should just be flying like this. Cool. Better than before. That's probably why it broke. You said this piece came off and then it was crooked and
then it wore out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it was a plastic one before that broke. So that should be much better being metal. So being installed from inside the car, coming on out, looks like it fits a whole lot more right. It just looks better and cleaner. Earlier I said it was an L, not doing it myself and having it done professionally, but honestly I'm happy I had it done this way. I wouldn't have installed it that way, how he had it. He installed the cable through the interior side of the firewall. I was doing it from the engine bay, which was incorrect, or at least not as good as the way he did it. Also, I found that clip just broken in my interior months ago, and I had no clue where it belonged to. I was looking all over for where that could, where it should be, without knowing that it was holding up the throttle cable. So he was also able to get me that new clip to replace it to hold everything together, and it was metal, not plastic. So honestly, if I would have done it myself, I wouldn't have done it as good. So I'm just happy I'm running, honestly. All right, let's see what's up. Doing all that sputtering yesterday, which I'm not unfamiliar with. All right, so it's giving me fuel pressure, but I'm pretty sure it's really, really low on fuel pressure when it was doing all that sputtering yesterday. I'm gonna change out the fuel filter though. It's reading just under 6 PSI, which is all right. It's pretty good. I'm gonna change out the fuel pressure. I'm gonna change out the fuel filter. Hopefully it won't be tripping like that for a minute. Nope, little gas leak. Nope. All right, I tightened it a little bit more. Let's try that again. Had to check again just to make sure. Yeah, we good. It's a nice fuel pressure around 4 PSI. I mean, it's not bad. It's not optimal, but you know, it's cool where it's at. Got a little carb cleaner left. Maybe we could clean out the system a little bit, the fuel system. Oh yeah, and remember earlier in the video when we took this out, so I'm having the same issue again. It's not as bad as it was before when it was really bad, but it does move a little bit when I'm driving, and I'm constantly adjusting it while driving. So I'm gonna take this out and put a thicker piece of cardboard in there. All right, so just got this off. You know, it did its thing. It held pretty solid for a little while, but this is really thin, you know. It's from a cereal box, real thin cardboard. I'm gonna replace it with, yeah, this might be too thick. Okay, not the most precise cut, but it works, it'll work. We got holes in there. It's a lot thicker than the cereal box that's now expired. Look at this thickness. It's at least double, maybe triple, because it's got, I think it's got, no, I ain't got tape on this part, but you know, it's thick. So yeah, we'll put this back on. This actually did hold up for a few months before it started getting a little loose. It wasn't too bad, but hopefully this holds up for longer. We'll see. All right, just went on a little drive. Good news, it stays put really nicely. Bad news, this just broke off. It was pretty sunny. Yeah, it was pretty sunny. I usually just It's all it usually does. But the sun was on the left, so I was like, why not? So I did that. Yeah. All right, clean the trunk out. Once I remove this tire, man, look at this, bro. Toe up. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. This thing is beat up. So yeah, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna keep the few little things I got inside this little area and then cover it back up. I want a new cover though. I look a little busted. And then I'm gonna clean this out with soap and water. And then we're gonna dynomat it, or some fake dynomat, whatever I find. And then I'll put some of the stuff, not a lot. I'm gonna just put a couple things, man. A couple things back in there. And we're gonna have it looking real clean. I cleaned it out a little bit. But you know what, thinking about it some more, I don't know if dynomat's the way to go. I think I actually want to put carpet in there. I never really used the trunk, besides that the little junk that I got up in there. But you know, if I got groceries, whatever I'm hauling, anything, I never use the trunk. I just store it in the back seat. It'd be nice to have this all carpeted up so I could actually use the trunk some more, and it would just look nicer in general. So I'm gonna look around, I'm gonna shop around to see some auto upholstery spots, see if I could get see what the deal's looking like for trunk interior. But yeah, I'm gonna carpet this up. I don't know what you think. Would you rather do dynomat or carpet? All right, I just got home. I was cruising, you know, my window down how I usually do. And I went to roll it up, so it's down. And I went to roll it up. It went up a little bit, and then it just dropped. This window just slammed down somewhere into there. So this is, it rolled all the way up. Yeah. Just make sure it's safe and secure. Yeah, this will stop the raccoons from coming in or anything from flying in. It's really just as good as a window. So that explains why I was scraping on every dip the other day. Currently sitting outside a tire shop, seeing if they got my size. Went to pull in the car, couldn't even get it past this all the way into the driveway. I kept getting stuck. It's that low. So they just jacked it up from here. Got this off. Yeah, so that broke. It's supposed to look like that. It's been dragging for like a couple feet. It's all good. These are like $30, so I'm gonna get a new one.
Check it out. So that one tooth, these two teeth, cost your whole issue.
Okay. So
This
the
is what you
regulator's
need.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what you need.
Everything else in good condition, huh?
Yeah, and then these are all not good. So, I mean, I suppose I could glue it in. I can glue everything on. Throw
Put that
some glue in there. Throw some glue in here to get it through there, because this is supposed to pop forward.
and that holds.
Yeah. See that hole right
Hole
there?
in, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Does that break often?
No.
No?
No. Not even close.
Interesting.
Not even close. So, yeah, you can see the crack.
Okay, yeah.
And so you only got two good teeth on here. These two are broke.
Interesting. So it looks like I don't need this regulator, at least not now. The door's real clean. Took the panel off. So that hole, where's it at? this hole right here. It's a tow truck. I just got my car towed because this tire just blew out. I actually just replaced this tire last week. So I just got back from the auto parts store. 45-minute walk to and back to get this lug wrench. I thought I had one, I guess I didn't. So yeah, about to jack it up, get the tire off. It's Sunday, so the tire shop isn't open today. So I'll get the tire off today and then bring it in on Monday. Hopefully they got my size. And thankfully, my neighbor's not parked next to me, so I got some space. All right, so I think we've got a problem. Yeah, so you know, I haven't jacked this thing up since I lowered it, and apparently it's too low for having a flat tire to fit that under, the jack under, and I don't really have any other jacking points that I could. All right, plan B. Plan B is I'm gonna drive it to the tire shop like this. I'm gonna drive it. This is the biggest hurdle though, I think, that this driveway. But I'm gonna just crawl it to that store, obviously that tire shop. It's 0.7 miles away. Sketchy, but you know, sketchy, that's my middle name. I don't know, man. You know what? I might mess up these wheels a little bit, but look at this, man. I already got a little curb rash and whatever. You know, I've been thinking maybe get new wheels or repair these. Anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, so this is no use. None of this is any use because I can't even jack it up. I'm gonna just drive it like this tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know how I go.
It's just towed out a lot. Your bushing up there and down here, they're both busted.
Oh snap.
Yeah, you can look at, if you come over here, you can see this one's like totally busted out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It could be the angle that it's at because of the lowering.
Yeah.
How'd you lower it? Just with the
Torsion bars?
torsion bars?
Yeah, the front end just by the torsion bars, yeah. Man, it's rubbing like crazy.
It's like super towed in.
Where did it blow out? Shout out to my neighbor for helping me take my tire off. As you've seen though, the wear on the inside of the tire was crazy bad. The bushing is blown out, and that could be affecting why it's wearing on the inside. I don't know, but it could really just be the camber. It might just need a better alignment. But yeah, we'll have to add bushing to the list of things. This first. Got that real clean. Yeah, so my neighbor helped grind it down, you know. We got a nice surface so it can make good contact to the brake. But yeah, we're gonna leave it like this overnight. Weird jack stand placement. I really need to check my tire more because I did not notice that wear on the inside. It was crazy. And you know, checking around here, there's really nothing that it could have been hitting to make it, to shave off the inside of the tire like that. It's probably a mixture of the blown bushing and then the alignment, the camber was way off probably. But I'm gonna take the tire to the shop, have them put the wheel on a new tire, and hopefully we'll get it on tomorrow. So I just had to come outside to check before I ordered parts to see exactly what I need. So it's really just the lower control arm bushing that needs to be replaced. I don't know if I'm even recording it right now. I just have my phone. Wait, is that it? I just have my phone in my hand. I'm just sticking it under the car. So that's cool. Oops. Cool on this side, I think. Yeah, everything looks good over here. I must have like bottomed out on some crazy pothole. I don't even know how it blew out like that bad. But yeah, we're gonna have to replace them. Order the part tonight. It's on there. I need to get me one of these scissor jacks. Actually fits under my car and like my floor jack. So right now I'm gonna call auto parts store, see if they got the lower and upper control arm bushings. Hopefully I can pick those up today and get them in ASAP. All right, it's been a minute. Dang. All right, it's been a minute. I was out of town for a little bit, but I'm back. Shortly before I left town, I took it to the shop for them to put in the control arm bushings. I got them for both sides, upper and lower. Turns out it doesn't need them. What I saw earlier, what looked like completely worn out, busted control arm bushings were just the boot over the bushing was cracked open. So the bushing itself is fine. There's not like a crazy amount of play. It doesn't need to be replaced. If anything, I just need to replace the control arm bushing boot itself because I guess road dust and stuff could get inside. But I'm not really concerned about that. There were, of course, issues with the suspension, which made my tire blow out and wore out completely, like on the inside of the tire, because the camber was pretty negative. I was so sure that I got an alignment done after I adjusted the torsion bars and lowered the car. But looking back on some of the videos I recorded with the progress and thinking about it, I realized that I did not go to the alignment shop after doing all that. I have been to the alignment shop recently, but it was before doing all that, so I kind of got my timeline out of whack. So yeah, I ended up going to the alignment shop. I'm sitting in the parking lot right now, just got in the line. They got the camber much better. It shouldn't pull to the right too much as it was before. Should be a lot better. Assessing the sound and trying a few different things out. I ruled out engine knock, so hopefully this sound doesn't come from the engine, and I ruled it out because of a few things that I tried. So like when I start it up, it doesn't make that sound. When I rev it up in neutral, it doesn't make that sound. But as you can hear, it knocks as I accelerate. And even in deceleration, it makes it going forward, it makes it in reverse. The sound is coming from the front. So it's something up there. I don't know what it is. neutral. No knock. It's only when I'm accelerating. It's only when it's moving. I don't think it's in the engine. I don't know. I'm on my way to the shop right now. Hopefully, you can figure out what's going on.
Well, it won't be hard to figure out.
Okay.
Definitely not the exhaust. It has to do with something spinning, connected to the transmission or drive shaft.
What's good, YouTube? It's been a minute. It's been too long, man. I wanted this video out months ago, but I didn't anticipate my car to break and be in the shop. Still don't really know what's wrong with it. Still trying to figure out what that noise is. It's been almost 2 full months, carless. Not really any progress made. I guess they narrowed down a few. I don't know, man. He narrowed down a few things, but yeah, dude. I went and bought another car. I'm down bad. Yep, man. The last car you or even I would expect myself to get, a Toyota Prius, bro. I am a Prius owner now. It's been 2 months. Next week will make it 2 months since my car's been in the shop. I forgot how to feel. I forgot what love is. I forgot what fun is. So this is me now. I don't know, maybe I'll come to my senses once I get my car back eventually and be like, what did I do? But this just makes the most sense right now. I've been carless for 2 months almost, so you know, I have to get around. I don't drive too much. I've been able to just walk to the grocery store and stuff, work at home. I'll be going back in the office soon actually, but maybe I'll take this to work or just continue taking the train. But yeah, man, so I got this, just got back home, cleaned it out a little bit with some wipes, just some of the stuff I touch, door handles, steering wheel and all that. But I do want to get it professionally detailed, the interior detailed. Yeah, man, I'm spending money on a Prius, dude. It was a pretty good deal, actually. I was actually looking into get a cheap beater, like it's something really cheap, little 4-cylinder that's still good on gas. But you know, doing the math, if I spend a little bit more money and get a Prius, which is even way more better on fuel than your average little beater, like early 2000s, late 90s beater, it'll be cheaper in the long run after a couple years. So this is actually the cheaper option as a second car. I noticed I didn't say daily because, you know, once I get my Valiant back, I do plan on driving the Valiant even more than I would this. This is more of just like when the Valiant's down car and you know, long distance travel, when I don't want to take the Valiant places and maybe to work and other places, you know. I'll put some good use. I'll put some miles on this, man. But yeah, this is how I'm rocking. This is me. You feel me? Look at this Prius attire. I make myself sick. The clear coat is peeling on the top, the back bumper. So it does need new clear coat. Maybe a whole full repaint. Man, imagine I repaint this before I even repaint my own car, like my Valiant. That's crazy. But it's probably more likely since I'd be more down to, I wouldn't care too much into looking to a paint shop, and I don't really care to put like a high budget paint job on this. So I could probably just give it a makeover, go to Mako. They'll do a whatever job. I don't care, orange peel. It doesn't have to be perfect. But down the line, yeah, I might have it repainted or maybe just touched up and some clear coat. But yeah, man, it's got 144,000 miles. The hybrid battery was actually replaced already. So yeah, this is my life without a Valiant. Yes, I'm in my Prius. Yes, that is a Prius that you are hearing. In less than 2 months of ownership of the Prius, I got the catalytic converter stolen, which it's November 2022. So if you're familiar with this time frame, catalytic converters are getting stolen like crazy, especially in Oakland, especially all over California, all over the US. There's actually just a recent, I just set off an alarm. So I was able to find another one. I'm on the way to get that installed. I like loud cars, but man, I do not like loud Priuses, man. I was really enjoying this Prius being really quiet. And now it sounds gross. Like, listen to this. Yeah, so it's gonna be an expense that I wasn't really expecting to do, but it's kind of really not that surprising that it happened to me, because of the rate that this has been happening out here. But you know, it is what it is. I got a protector shield as well that I'm gonna install under the car to prevent these thefts, or to help, you know, deter people from stealing it. Anyway, also going to see my car, which I haven't seen in forever. And when I say my car, I'm talking about, you know, my car, my Valiant. That's actually the same spot that's gonna install the cat is the shop that has my car. So I'm gonna be able to check up on her, see how she's doing. I miss her so much. All right, so I had to pick up a O2 sensor. Got my cat, got the shield, and oh, hey girl, I missed you. Let me just take a peek. Let me just get a little peek. Yeah, let me just see you, girl. Oh yeah, I missed you. A V8. Hey, don't worry about that, all right? I'll tell you about that later. I know you see me pull up in that, but she ain't, you know, that ain't you. No one could replace you. Anyway, I'll be back. Get well soon, baby girl. All right, so I'm in the Prius and the exhaust is still not fit. Good or bad news, I don't know how I feel about this yet, but the cat wasn't stolen. They apparently tried to steal the cat, but they only got a piece of the exhaust, the front part of the exhaust cut off in front of near the intake manifold or something, I think around there. And two rubber mounts were broken, according to my mechanic. So I bought the cat and the shield for nothing. The shield for nothing too, because apparently it already had the shield. So they didn't get away with the cat because the car had the shield and they're only able to cut off a piece of the exhaust in front of the shield. So they possibly didn't have enough time to, you know, work around the whole shield and steal the cat because of, you know, making too much noise or being noticed by other people. So I'm driving to an exhaust shop, a muffler shop, where they're just gonna repair that, and also they're gonna upgrade the shield, because this shop is known for upgrading the shield, the protective shield, so that, you know, they can't even do as much damage as they did to my car. So good news, I don't have the cat stolen. It's gonna be a cheaper repair to just repair the exhaust. Bad news is I bought a cat and I have no use for it. Now I have to try to get rid of it, and they're not that cheap. So hopefully I can get rid of it. Yeah, so that's just a hassle. My car is still at the shop. My Valiant is still at the shop. Who knows when that's gonna be ready? So yeah. So close to getting the cat, but they couldn't get it. So that shield does help, but they're gonna improve the shield and add more to it, so it's even harder to steal.
It's not gonna pass this
Aftermarket cat. So all right, so I got a new cat. So that's gonna. Can you guys put in the new cat?
That new one?
I mean, it's an OEM one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it got the Toyota stamps on there and all that.
Well,
But dang.
yeah. And then we'll put the rebar along the side over here, so make it harder for them to cut it.
All right,
and
man.
then we'll put the shield and the ankle.
All right, for
So
sure.
right now you don't have an ankle in the back. If they cut it, they just slide the whole kit out.
Okay, so he really could have got it, but he saw his aftermarket,
he
and he didn't want to take it.
So he just left it right there.
Yeah.
You gotta protect this one.
Yeah, that's a good. All right.
This is the one they go for.
All right, for sure. I got the Prius back, and as you can hear, wait, no, you can't hear it because I got the cat installed. Everything's good now. So yeah, it was kind of a crazy turn of events. I got a cat thinking it got stolen. Turns out it didn't get stolen. Turns out I actually do need it, even though I had one on there. I couldn't use the one that was on there because it was aftermarket, and that does not fly here in California. Any of the other 49 states is cool, not here. Yeah, because you need the OEM parts to pass smog, the visual inspection. Even if it works just as good, it was doing its thing. California is that strict. You already know how it is. I didn't really know how crazy it was. I mean, I knew about smog laws, I knew about carbon, all that. That's a big factor why I got a 1967 Plymouth Valiant, because I'm exempt from all that stuff. But yeah, now that I actually have a modern car, I'm learning more about how much it sucks to comply with carb laws, smog laws, and all that. So yeah, the dude sold me a car with an aftermarket cat, which is not cool. You know, he didn't tell me that. So regardless, I would have needed to do this. I would have needed to replace the cat, because you know, they don't fly here. And it's, I guess, better that I did it now than find out that I needed to do it when I'm at the smog station and they tell me I have a fake cat. So everything's cool now. Everything's running smooth. They actually also installed. They actually also installed some more security to the shield. They added more to the shield, so it's harder to access the cat. And also on the cat itself, they added rebar. So you're gonna have to, you can't just like cut through all that. So yeah, hopefully we got no more problems from here on out with the Prius. As far as the Valiant is concerned, the mechanic's making some progress. He's like trying to eliminate some things, I guess, but ultimately still has no clue what that clunking sound is. So for now, I'm still just gonna be whipping the Prius, and who knows when I'll get my car back. All right, I was talking to my mechanic earlier, and he let me know that he just experienced a smash and grab. Someone backed their car into his door, destroying the door and even damaging a customer's car. And that person just helped himself to all his tools. So that happened last week. So he said he got his hands tied behind his back. He hasn't been able to work on anybody's car for like a week. Dealing with insurance, trying to get some tools and all that stuff. So he hasn't been working on my car. I'm not getting my car back still. It's been in the shop since July 7th. Today is December 27th, so it's a week and a few days short of being in the shop for 6 full months. Yeah, so I thought I'd get my car back. Next thing I planned on doing was installing carpet in the trunk and then a sound system months ago, but that hasn't happened, of course. So yeah, like I should have dropped this video months ago, not knowing that I have my car in the shop this long. I've been holding on to all this footage for a long time. The year's almost over, and I don't want to carry all this footage till to the next year. Just taking up a lot of space. Yeah, and he still really doesn't know what's wrong with the car. You know, it's not like he knows what to do to fix it. Oh, you bold, ain't you? He still got to figure it out. But hopefully whenever that happens and I get my car back, in the next video, I'll be able to do that stuff. The carpet in the trunk and sound system and whatever. I think I had some other stuff I wanted to do. I can't remember. But yeah, my bad for, you know, taking so long to upload this video. Been holding on to this for months. Didn't think it'd take this long. I thought I'd get my car back a long time ago, but that didn't happen. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end this video with an L. Problem not solved, car not fixed. But next video we'll have some progress, and I won't make it so long like this video. I'll try not to do that anymore. This video's like like an hour, probably an hour worth of footage. I don't know, I have to check it. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you next time.